Okay, ready?
You guys suck.
Getting crazy windy out there. Look at that. Check out what I got, Joshua. I got a box.
Box.
You wouldn't ever guess what was in this box.
Pineapples.
Take a look at this. You remember that part that we were looking for? And I was like, we're gonna have to buy a whole Jeep just for this one little part. And then I remembered Dex from DexJ. You know his YouTube channel?
Yeah, he's got like 1,000 XJs.
He has 1,000,000 XJs, and I was like, wait a minute, if anybody's got one of those, it's gotta be Dex. Look at what he sent us.
A piece of scrap metal.
I gave him a ring, and he went out and chopped this right off of the correct year XJ that we need. He also sent us some stickers. Oh, look at that. Just Dex it. I wonder what that does. See if he can scan that.
Yeah.
Huge shout out to Dex over at DexJ. He has not only a really cool YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Instagram, but he also has a yard of a gazillion XJs, ZJs, all kinds of Jeeps. Call him with whatever you need, and he'll disassemble it and send it to you in the mail. So
For free?
no, maybe for us, but not for everybody. Also, Jeff stopped by this morning with more parts for his Jeep. He found this on Craigslist.
Craigslist?
Facebook Market. That shows you how old I am. Anyway, Jeff found this for cheap, and it was the exact bumper he was looking for, so he stopped by. But I had to cover up the Jeep because I didn't want him to see what we were up to. For all Jeff knows, we're completely taking this thing apart and making it into a tube buggy.
Well, he probably saw what we did to your dad's truck when we stole it from him and kept it a surprise, so who knows. Maybe he thinks he's getting a ground up restored XJ.
Sorry, Jeff. We're just fixing it. We're not going to restore it. I hope you're okay with that. So this is a Rusty's bumper. I think he said they were like $600, but he got this on Facebook for $200. All in one. It's got a receiver. It's got taillight guards. I think it'll work out pretty good here. So on this, we even got the interior paneling as well, but we only need the skin. The way Josh cut that is he just used the skin, so we need to pull the skin off of this one, and we'll go put it on that one. So I need to get all of this goop off of here, and also the trim and everything, so we can find where that's welded on. Alright, so what we're looking to do here is to take the skin off of this, and to do that we need to remove these spot welds. You can kind of see them, and I'm just going to mark them with a marker, and then we'll take a spot weld drill bit, and we're going to cut those out with that. You just do that about 1,000,000 times, and then this piece will just fall right off. You got any tips for me?
Don't get your shirt caught in it.
Josh is over here painting or something. What are you doing?
I'm putting primer on these because I only have one more full can of the actual paint, and I don't know if that'll be enough to cover the colors, since that stuff doesn't cover very well.
So you're gonna paint gray and then cover it with gray?
Yes.
Gotcha. All right. That's what it was. Check that out. There's the old versus the new. That's a lot of work just to patch a little piece that big.
We're only halfway there.
So there's a couple of dents in this. Smooth that out just a tad, and then lay this over the top and weld it back in.
Just like that.
So easy.
So easy.
Okay, let's see if it fits. Look at that.
Kind of fits.
Kind of fits. It's going to be an upgrade. He didn't need that.
No. Continuing on with coloring these doors, they're both primered, and I've scuffed them both down with Scotch-Brite earlier today. Gonna blow them off because they've got a bunch of dust and crap on them now. And then I'm gonna wipe them down with wax and grease remover. They should be fine, but you never know what airborne particles have got on them or whose greasy fingers have touched them. Wipe them down, dry them off, and then hopefully, since this gray is pretty close to the gray of that Jeep, one can is gonna do it. I have a little bit left in the other can. I need to save that for this. That's the A-pillar skin. It won't take much to paint that little area, but I need to save a little bit for that because I don't want to order another can of that. That paint's kind of expensive. Would have been cheaper just to get a pint and mix it up and spray it out of a spray can. Probably would have came out better too, but if you don't have all that stuff, it can be done with an aerosol can. Two rags, wax and grease on one, and just like Karate Kid, wax on, wax off.
Wax on,
wax
wax
off.
off.
Oh, it's taking off the primer. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So, we're not doing that. So we're just gonna wipe it off and spray it and hope for the best. I can see fingerprints here. What are you gonna do? You can use glass cleaner. Glass cleaner will work to a point. It's not the greatest at taking off grease, but it'll work. Hope that doesn't show through too bad. Okay, so now I'm a little worried. If wax and grease remover lifted this, I'm worried that the chemical, the thinners that's in the spray can is gonna lift this primer. It didn't do it when I sprayed the other side, but last time I used the primer and sprayed over it, the primer hadn't fully cured. It was less than an hour after I sprayed the primer before I sprayed the base coat over top of it. So I'm gonna try this spot right here first because that'll get covered up and see if this lifts it. So far so good. It's just gonna eat into it and it's gonna wrinkle it and lift it. It's not doing it, so I'm gonna go for it. It's hard to not stripe metallic when you're using a spray can, so I'm gonna try to lay it on evenly. It may wind up striping. I'm gonna do the edges first. You shouldn't do what I just did and stop in the middle of the panel. I don't know what I was thinking, because you're gonna wind up with a heavy spot where it overlaps. So this is wide enough. Your arm can easily do the whole thing in one spray. It's actually covering really nice. I'm happy with that. Overlap about 50%. So if my spray takes up from here to here on a pass, I'm gonna overlap it 50% and then overlap that 50%. That looks pretty good. Not really much mottling. It would just look blotchy. Try this one. One can did it. Thankfully, I had done that in the gray primer first, or else that wouldn't have done it. That primer was just about the right color. I got 2 coats on, but they were 2 light coats. Pretty much used the whole can. Gonna give this 20, 25 minutes, something like that. Time to flash off and start to dry, and then clear. Use the same clear did before, Duplicolor 1K clear. That seemed to look really nice. That's the issue, is it's gonna look too nice because this is pretty faded. I mean, even if you ran a buffer over that, it would look better for sure, but it's not gonna look anywhere near as clear and shiny as those doors are getting ready to. But Jeff, I am pretty sure that you can make those doors dull again in no time at all. Running down through windrock, rolling it over and over, that'll take care of it. Base coat's dry, it flashed off. Putting the clear on now. Got 1 coat of clear on this one, and I used probably half a can. You can do this one, and then another coat here, and another coat here. And you're gonna run out of clear somewhere in the middle of all that. we're on the last step, getting the windshield in this thing, and then it can go bye-bye back to Jeff so he can roll it over again, bust the windshield back out. And we have
Tyler from
Tyler
Max
here.
Auto Glass.
From Max Auto Glass, getting the rubber on it so we can set it up in there. I might have shown you last time I had a glass go in. V cut in that tip, and it makes a nice little ridge instead of layering up round globs. Sticks up about an inch. Works anytime you're caulking stuff. Have you ever dropped one and broke it?
Well, not dropped and broke, but I have bumped one and broke it.
So we got 3 different ways here to take the glass out of a vehicle. He's got a Sawzall with a cold blade on it, a draw knife, and then what's this guy? This is what we're gonna
It's
use.
called an orange bat. It's a nylon string. Suction cups to the windshield, and you pull this string and it goes through poke it through the urethane, run it all the way around the perimeter of the windshield, and then you take this tool here and you just crank each side and it just cuts right through the urethane. If we've got one already busted and we're just changing it, we usually use these 2 right here. And that's our main 2 tools.
All right, let's see it work. He's got the string the whole way around it. You just cranking this machine under here, and it's pulling the string, cutting the glue. There it is. He was just telling me off camera that if you don't have that lined up right, that string going out under the metal, that will cut through the metal.
All right, guys, Jeff's Jeep is finished. It's ready to be unveiled, but we thought we might give him a little surprise. We've covered it up, but I thought it would be funny to play a trick on him, have him blindfolded, and unveil this as his Jeep. I think it might be funny without an axle under it. All right, so he's about here. Get him, bud. Jeff, you made it.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Can I get out?
Yeah.
They're vicious. Hi.
All right, come here, Jeff. We're gonna blindfold you. Real quick though, before we show Jeff his Jeep, I want to take this time and have you guys subscribe if you're not already. The stats are showing that 35% of you guys who are watching are not subscribed, so please take this time right now to click that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much. Please do share this with a buddy of yours that you think will like this series. Here's Jeff seeing his Jeep for the first time. You ready?
I can't see nothing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
One time I did this with the pinata, and everybody kept on hitting it, and I thought, what in the world? It's because you could see right through the material.
Can't see anything.
Okay, come this way. Step up, come over, there you go.
Alright.
Okay, this way, this way.
The suspense is killing me.
Okay, ready?
Sure.
Go!
Alright. That's awesome. You guys did what you said you're gonna do. This is great.
We're just messing with you. Come over here.
I wish my wife was here. She'd
Are you ready to see the real deal?
Yep. Holy smokes.
So we didn't go crazy.
No, it's awesome. Just fixed it. You put a windshield in it and everything. That's a new 8-gunner.
Oh no.
Wait a second. That's not the same door.
Oh, no.
That's the door that you brought us.
And you painted it.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's not perfect, but
It's
it's
unbelievable. I mean, what it was. Yeah.
We couldn't put any of the trim on.
That's all right.
because we had a headliner.
Wow. We got the bumper on and everything. You guys suck. Look at this. Dang, you even got that side painted. Now I've got 2 good doors and 2 bad doors. Wow, it's a show Jeep again.
So Josh ordered some custom paint to match this.
Oh my goodness.
Of course, this is war for a
Yeah.
few years, but
That's spray can.
No way.
Yeah. It's not cheap spray can, but it's spray can. Try it out.
got the black body line there.
Oh, yeah. Good job. That's, how the heck did you make the A-pillar fix that?
That was pretty
This is
difficult.
some work.
That's amazing.
We made an executive decision to not put the tinted glass back in because if you can see, you might not roll over.
Touche. You put the new back bumper on and everything. You guys, what?
Got
Oh
the
my
back
God.
bumper on there.
Heck yeah. And
pretty-
it opens and closes? Oh, unreal.
And it's sealed.
Really? Man, that's awesome. You guys outdid it.
We were just gonna scrap it, but then I remembered you had a story behind it.
Yeah, I had another XJ and that Tony built. Friend Tony. I got into financial problems, had to sell that Jeep. So I was looking for another Jeep, and Tony had worked on this Jeep also. And I called Tony and I'm like, do you know this Jeep? He's like, yeah, I did the axles, I did this, I did all this other work to it. I told him the price and he's like, you better get that before I buy it back. So I did. We did some little tweaks and stuff like that. And probably about 6 weeks, he was diagnosed with like leukemia, and he ended up passing away probably about a month to 2 months after that diagnosis. And I told him that I would never get rid of this Jeep, and of course, that's been probably 8 years now
Wow.
that I've had this Jeep. So, and I told you the same thing. I said I'm never going to get rid of this Jeep.
With that rollover, it would have been a total loss if you
Yeah.
took it to the insurance, but we disregarded that.
It was heartbreaking. When it happened, I was, that's just me being careless and not paying attention. And you guys have it's always going to be with me now. So really appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome.
So I just saw something and I have a question. You know those videos where a mechanic pulls something in the shop and says, what happened here? And shows something weird. Was this you or Jeff?
No, that's me.
That's you?
I didn't even see
You
that.
know,
I haven't seen that either.
That's a zip ties that I won from Leatherwood.
How are they not melting?
I don't
That's what I was wondering.
I don't know, but they've been on there since the rollover. It was rattling on the way home, so I jumped out and put the zip tie on it because this thing was hanging down. It was hanging down to here and it was just rattling like crazy.
We should have fixed that.
That's okay. We'll fix it.
All right, Jeff, she's all yours. Don't roll it over going out the door here.
Okay. I won't.
It's a little off camber.
Yeah, I won't. Let's see if I can remember how to start it.